John the Body Johnson here for this, your hostile environment main event. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Brett Wolverton, we had unforgivable blackness in the ring with Jeremy Vane. It's supposed to be Jeter and Jeremy Vane for the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. The bell hasn't even rung yet.
Brody Chase came out to assist Jeremy Vane, kind of even the sides up a little bit, but it's still 2-on-3. There's no championship out, or even referee Dee Byers has exited the ring.
Well, this is supposed to be our Hostile Environment 2013 main event. Dee Byers outside the ring, there's no control, there's nothing, the bell has yet to sound. And this right here is just extracurriculars before the bell.
I just barely got out the introductions.
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa! Did it get cold in here?
Oh, Mikael Judas is here. A three-time Anarchy Heavyweight Champion now stands in the center of the ring with Brody Ray Chase and the untouchable Jeremy Vane, your Anarchy Heavyweight Champion. The Urban Assault Squad trying to keep Jeter back. Now, if I understand correctly, and this is what I was given, this is the card that I saw, this is supposed to be for the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship.
That's right, the Anarchy Heavyweight title was supposed to be on the line. Jeremy Vane versus Jeter. Well, wait a minute, the referee is telling us there's going to be a six-man tag.
Referee Dee Byers making a call on the fly here, making this Anarchy Heavyweight Championship a six-man affair. And now, we just got to get all six men on the apron.
Now, John the Body Johnson, remember the first time we saw Jeter in an Anarchy Wrestling ring was inside the steel cage. It was supposed to be the Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas, against Jerry Palmer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just have been ordered by Anarchy Wrestling owner, Mr. Franklin Dove, that this is now a six-man tag team match.
There, it's official. Franklin Dove has said this will be a six-man tag, but in that steel cage match, before Judas could get his hands on Jerry Palmer, Jeter made his first appearance and put Mikael Judas out of action for several months. He made his return at Hardcore Hell. These two have not been in the ring one-on-one yet. These two monsters have not squared off.
And this right here, I mean, you know, I came back last week and got my first look at Jeter. This man's massive. I mean, you know, I've heard all about him. I've saw, you know, Anarchy Television, but the one thing is, you don't realize the size of Jeter until you're standing next to him, until you're in the same room with him, and he blocks out the sun. But Mikael Judas is not a small man by any stretch of the imagination. And dare I say, Mikael Judas looks to be in the best shape of his career, and this is a man who I've literally followed for the last 12 years.
You made comments earlier on about some of the earlier hostile environments, and you made mention of Judas's involvement in those events. You know, Mikael Judas, Michael Adrian, whatever you want to call him, has been an institution here at Anarchy, along with some of the other superstars, including Brody Chase, Jeremy Vane, Shadow Jackson. These guys have been here a long time parts of Anarchy. And it looks like this six-man's going to start off with the heavyweight champ, Jeremy Vane, and Shadow Jackson. Jackson and a beautiful drop kick.
Well, it was the very first hostile environment, July 30th, 2005. It was that man that you see outside the ring right now, Mikael Judas. It was him, one-on-one, inside the steel cage for the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. Defeated the then champion, Corey Chavis, for that belt. That was his first reign as Anarchy Heavyweight Champion. Jeremy Vane was also on that very same card in a stellar match with Slim J. What a long way both these men have come over the last, 9 years, 9 years?
That's right. Jeremy Vane asking if he wants to see the tag, and Brody Chase is going to come in. Brody Chase made his first appearance here in a long time last week as Jeremy Vane defended the heavyweight championship against Jeter. The interference from Sean Tempers, which you notice Sean Tempers not here tonight at Hostile Environment. That's because he lost the match to Brody Chase last week, causing him to be barred from the area tonight.
When you take a look at the 6 men that are in this ring here, 5 of them are some of the most decorated superstars, some of the most decorated professional wrestlers here in the Anarchy Arena. We're talking about Jeremy Vane, who's done the Grand Slam. He's done the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship, the Anarchy Television Championship, and the Anarchy Tag Team Championship. Mikael Judas has not held the Anarchy Television Championship, but is a former tag and Anarchy Heavyweight Champion. Brody Ray Chase, former Anarchy Champion, former Television Champion. Of course, Shadow Jackson, multiple-time Tag Team Champion, multiple-time Heavyweight Champion. Nemesis, his tag team partner for those titles. So the pedigree of all 6 men involved in this runs deep. Jeter has yet to taste any Anarchy gold, but it's just a matter of time for a man his size.
I have to agree with you. As big as Jeter is, it's just a matter of time before he's holding championship gold here in Anarchy. I may not agree with his methods inside the ring, but the size this superstar has, it is hard to defeat. It's hard to take the man off his feet.
And taking a look at Nemesis here. Now, Nemesis and Shadow Jackson, these are 2 other men who have been instrumental parts of Hostile Environments in the past. Hostile Environment 2006, Nemesis and Shadow Jackson, they were part of Team Anarchy as they took on the Devil's Rejects inside War Games. So definitely no strangers here to the big match and to the main event of Hostile Environment.
Nemesis not quite sure where he is, but he does know that his arm's being twisted by Brody Chase, the stray cat. Top Brislock and drives down, driving that wrist and arm into the canvas. Now isn't tied up for submission hold. From our vantage point, can't quite see what he's doing with the arm, but I do know Nemesis is on the bottom rope. He will have to break the hold.
And right now, and if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves me correctly, it was 1 year ago at Hostile Environment 2012 that the reunion of the Urban Assault Squad took place right here in this very arena when Shadow Jackson shocked the crowd and rejoined his partner, Nemesis.
This is true, a big shock to everybody at that point in time.
And right now, Jeremy Vane, the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, twisting the arm of Nemesis. And you can see right now Nemesis trying to work it out there, trying to get some feeling back into it. I think that couple of seconds he had separation from Vane would have served him well to tag in. Very uncharacteristic of Nemesis. A tag, and I know this is cliched, but a tag team specialist in his own right.
Against the ropes, Jeremy Vane whipped off. Shoulder tackle takes Nemesis down to the canvas. Vane back off the rope. Another shoulder tackle takes Nemesis down. Flying shoulder tackle takes Nemesis down for a 3rd time. Goes for the cover. And a kick out at 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this wasn't our originally intended main event for Hostile Environment 2013, but it is your featured bout tonight. 6-man tag team action with Unforgivable Blackness, the team of Jeter and the Urban Assault Squad taking on the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion Jeremy Vane, Stray Cat Brody Chase, and the Priest of Punishment Mikael Judas. Brett Wolverton here in the broadcast booth with John the Body Johnson. John, another superstar here that has been a part of every Hostile Environment, and that is yourself.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Hostile Environment, I call it the Anarchy Original for a reason. Well, actually for 2 reasons. Number 1, my former broadcast partner, Greg Hunter, coined that phrase because Hostile Environment was Anarchy's first supercard. But another reason, too, is this is an original event for Anarchy. This is the event that brought it together, that was the turning point for Anarchy, that made it the premier wrestling promotion, not just in the Southeast, but across the United States, and it continues to be that. And that's why I'm always going to be proud to associate myself with Anarchy. No matter how far I travel away from the arena, this is always home for me. And this hostile environment definitely is home for me.
Well, the referee, priest of punishment, Mikael Judas, is in, and that's causing the referee's attention to be diverted. Shadow Jackson has a pin on the heavyweight champion.
You talk about, Shadow Jackson, a guy who's multiple-time Anarchy heavyweight champion, one of the most inspirational stories at one time. One of the most beloved men in this arena. Now, I know I don't like the fans. They're unwatched, they're unkempt, they're unintelligent. They're just not my kind of people. Kind of like Jonathan Feltner. He's not my kind of person. But Shadow Jackson was so loved by the fans. When his wife gave birth to his son, they sent gifts. They sent telegrams, emails to the hospital to congratulate this man. He was so loved. And now to think of where he's at now, the intelligence that Shadow Jackson has gained over the years by turning his back on the people, I like it.
Well, I know during your time as a associate of the Elite, you worked very closely with the Urban Assault Squad. You very well.
Oh, you got to work close with them because you got to guard your wallet.
Well,
they're good guys, though. They're great.
I, for the life of me, can't figure out what Shadow Jackson's problem is with me. Every time I'm anywhere near the man, he goes after me.
He doesn't like you.
Well, I gathered that. I didn't think he was coming up to shake my hand.
No, he just doesn't like you. Literally, he does not like you. He told me. He told me he did not like Brent Wolverton.
It's Brett Wolverton.
Whatever. If he calls you Brent, your name's Brent. But you know what? I want to point out something here. I want to deep into somebody's psyche here. Think about what Jeter is feeling. Yes, he's there with his friends, with his partners, with these guys that he's, formed this conglomerate with. But this was his shot. This was his shot at the Anarchy Gold. And 2 weeks in a row, he's been screwed out of that opportunity for that championship.
You do have a very valid point. It was last week, the interference of the Temptation Sean Tempers. Yes, it did give a victory to Jeter as he was the one attacked by Sean Tempers. However, it was a disqualification victory. That means the title did not change hands. Brody Chase got a victory over Sean Tempers, which earned Jeter a rematch tonight at Hostile Environment. Which, think about that. Jeter's in the ring with the man who helped him get a shot at the title this week here at Hostile Environment that he's not able to have.
And that's gotta be something that's weighing on his mind. And this man's already intense. I've only been around him a few weeks, a couple of weeks here. The man is intense. The man is angry. The man, he looks like he could eat a whole person without even cutting them up. But what I'm saying is, how's this going to affect? How's this going to affect his friendship with the Urban Assault Squad? How's this going to affect the way that he approaches each match? If I were the person standing across the ring from him, I would worry every time he gets in that ring until he gets a shot at that Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. Probably until he gets it around his waist.
We may have to get a new championship made to fit the waist of Jeter if, in fact, he does become the heavyweight champion somewhere down the line.
Mikael Judas and Shadow Jackson, they have a long storied history here in this building. They've main evented some of the biggest events here, Hardcore Hell. They've main evented, hostile environments themselves on opposite teams of War Games. The parallels that run deep into this match are just amazing. And right now, Mikael Judas is getting this Anarchy Arena crowd fired up. He's bringing them to a fever pitch.
But again, the tempers of Brody Chase and Mikael Judas coming in gives Unforgivable Blackness time to interfere and attack Jeremy Vane, the heavyweight champion. Unforgivable Blackness have done a great job of keeping either Jeremy Vane or Brody Chase in the ring this entire match. The Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas, has not legally been in this contest since the bell rang.
And that might be good news for Unforgivable Blackness, excuse me. That may be good news for them, because I'm going to tell you something. Mikael Judas, I've seen him pace like that several times. I've seen him pace like that, and his focus, his intensity is on this match. He wants in there, and when he gets in there, the caged animal will be off the leash. He'll be in the ring, and he's looking for revenge.
At this point in time, I don't think Michael Judas cares who he's in the ring with. If he does get involved in this match, if I was Nemesis, if I was Shadow Jackson, if I was Jeter, heck, even if I was referee Dee Byers, I would be getting out of Dodge.
Exactly, and I mean, the thing is, you take a look at these, the 6 men here, and let's go beyond Brody Ray Chase's, time here in Anarchy. Brody Chase's time in the sport of professional wrestling. I mean, it dates back almost 30 years. I mean, this man has been everywhere. This man has given his life to this sport of professional wrestling and is still going strong at his age.
Super kick. Super kick by Jeremy Vane, but he's not able to capitalize. He needs to roll over. If he goes one way, he can make the pin on Shadow Jackson. If he rolls the other, he can make the tag. He's just inches away from the outstretched hand of Michael Judas.
And right now,
if he can get the tag to Judas, can you imagine what this crowd is going to do?
There's Nemesis, and he just ran right, Michael Judas just ran right through Nemesis. One arm, and Nemesis is not a small man. Fall away slam by Michael Judas. Has Shadow Jackson up. Back suplex, and here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. The two monsters face to face. No.
But look at that. The Urban Assault Squad got a hold of the legs of Judas. Now Brody Chase in attacking Jeter. All 6 superstars are in the ring.
We had the two monsters face to face. We thought this was going to be the moment we were waiting for. And right now, Jeter's got Brody Chase. Nemesis has got Michael Judas, and Jeremy Vane with Shadow Jackson outside the ring here.
Jeremy Vane just took Shadow Jackson down with a bulldog out of the ring onto the floor. Jeter goes over the top rope. He goes out to the floor,
but he
lands
landed on his feet.
Lands straight on his feet.
Oh, wait a minute. Jeter was trying to ram Brody Chase into the post. Brody Ray Chase able to stop it. Now it's taken 2 of them, and they sent Jeter right in, and that took the big man off his feet.
Shadow Jackson with a low blow on Jeremy Vane.
And now it's Nemesis and Michael Judas. Michael Judas has him set up here. You know what this is.
Up over the shoulder. You go up that high, there's only one place to go, John Johnson. That's going to be straight down into the canvas.
There's been a lot of men that have felt this one. El Crucifijo by Michael Judas, and that's going to be all she wrote.
Your winners